Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic, the tailoring consideration for stakeholder management. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you are planning to give exam of PMP in near future. So let's start, friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well, so that my videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. So first of all, friend, we have to understand that stakeholder management means that managing the stakeholder, managing the expectations and requirements of a stakeholder in a project. So that is called as stakeholder management, and a stakeholder means the person who has any interest positively or negatively in the project. That is called as stakeholder. Now the tailoring consideration means, friend, basically being a project manager, you must have to tailor means that adjust the processes of stakeholder management with respect to requirement, with respect to scenario, with respect to the given requirement. Okay, so that means it is not necessary that the process should be applied as it is in the stakeholder management. Being a project manager, being an organization, you can tailor means that you can tweak the process, you can adjust the process as per your requirement. Okay, so that is called as tailoring. Now what are the tailoring consideration? What are the consideration based on that you can adjust the application of processes of a stakeholders? First consideration is the stakeholder diversity. Diversity means that how many types of stakeholders are there. For example, let's suppose that the project which you are implementing is diverse in with respect to culture. Culture means that, for example, few stakeholders are in USA, few stakeholders are in India, few stakeholders are in Pakistan, few stakeholders are in Japan, for example. So that means that whenever you are going to implement that type of stakeholders, it would be different, it would be difficult as well, due to the diversity in the culture, due to the geographical locations, due to the time zones differences, due to the cultural differences as well, because there is a very major difference in the time zones of in Japan and Pakistan and USA. There is a huge difference of culture in USA, India, China. So that means basically whenever you are implementing the project, you must have to consider, you must have to tailor the process, you must have to adjust your procedures and processes which you are going to apply for stakeholder management with respect to the stakeholder diversity. Then complexity of a stakeholder relationship. That means how much complex the relationship within the stakeholder community. See, the project which you are going to implement, for example, the relationship or the hierarchy among the stakeholders is very complex. For example, if you have to take an approval for something from this from any stakeholder, and he has to take the approval from his management, and the other person also takes the approval. So for example, there are 5 to 6 approval, because you are going to take the approval for one thing, but the hierarchy within the stakeholder is so much complex that it will take around 1 month to take a simple approval of a simple thing, for example. So complexity of a stakeholder relationship is also very important, and you must have to consider when you are going to implement the processes for stakeholder management. And if the relationship among the stakeholder is simple, so obviously the implementation of project or the application of procedures would also be simple, because things can also process smoothly. And if the complexity of a stakeholder relationship is complex, is very complex among the stakeholder, the things will become also complex and difficult as well. Then in the communication technology, it is also important to consider that which type of communication technology you are going to use for stakeholder management, or what type of technology they are already using in the organization. For example, in some organizations, they always use the Skype for communication. Like the senior management is also still using the Skype software for communication. So all the communication goes through the Skype. All the communication, all the document sharing, etc., will be used by the Skype. So you must have to know that what type of communication technology they are using. And also like for example, in some organization they are using the WhatsApp group for communication. Like they are making the WhatsApp groups, and all the communication, document sharing, image sharing, etc., they are using WhatsApp group for that. Few are using some organization are using the email as a main communication technology. So whatever the technology they are using, you must have to consider that communication technology, and also you must have to ensure that the communication technology which the customer is already using, you must have to use that technology. You must have a know-how, or you can say the complete know-how about that communication technology. And also the stakeholder from your side who are participating in the project implementation as a team member, they also use same communication technology. If the customer is using the Skype software for communication, so you must from your side, like for your functional manager, your project manager, your project coordinator, your team member should also use the same communication technology, and they should have the grip on that communication technology as well. And you must have to show the same technology should be available in your organization as well. For example, it may happen, just take it as a scenario, that for example the Skype, they are using the Skype, but Skype is not viable, or you can say the proper software in your organization. So what you will do, you must have to ensure that the same technology which customer is using for communication, it should also be available in your organization as well, and your team should have a complete grip on that particular communication technology as well. So basically friend, these are the three main factors which must have to be considered for tailoring the project, tailoring the processes of a stakeholder management. Remember, tailoring means that tweaking or adjusting the process as per your requirement, as per the given scenario in the organization. First one is the stakeholder diversity, then complexity of stakeholder relationships, and the last one is the communication technology. So based on these three factors, you can tailor, you can adjust, you can tweak the processes of stakeholder management when you are going to implement the project. Remember friend, one thing, that being a project manager, you must have to manage the stakeholders successfully. If you can manage the stakeholders properly, successfully, you can implement, you can complete or close your project successfully as well. So it is the key factor of the success of a project to manage the stakeholders properly. So friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video.